more as like the 3. So the depth.
0-1 with Correa. And a 3-pitch strikeout. And the 1-0 from Tyone.
That's Tyone. His son was not as successful against right-handed hitters.
To right. Mike
Four seam in that new changeup.
2-1. One outing with Canada.
If you're looking for the positive angle here, it doesn't necessarily mean all of a sudden he's going to regret.
Into center field for a base hit.
Cactus League King.
1-0 to him.
Changeup, but behind account cutters mode.
Trade deadline last year. Cardinal.
Approach to the zone. Often hard. Changeup in the mix too. He throws a lot to lefties.
Shallow right field.
Base. That slider, really tough pitch.
And a .98 whip.
That ball's middle.
Yesterday, so back-to-back days.
Such that you're not overexposing it early.
1-1 to Ian. Average 86. Ian Happ. There's a swing and a miss.
20. Like that'd be a heck of a season. You know what I mean?
1-2. Waving it. I cannot wait. Stretched arms of Nico Horner. Change up. Nico Horner and into center field. In Cactus League play. Go 2 second for 1. Dansby to first. You can use the kick change to do that.
Guys like command.
Shows a lot. Dansby. I could have used that for the ball. Now with the blue towel.
No blue towel.
Carson Kelly.
I think it just holds the line with the four seam so plus all the time. Tipped back. I don't even know it's tipped.
Ian.
I think of a lot of these kind of more
ball. So really the hips and Shaw is there's nice contact there and speed him up, which I feel like is why he.
Good person to talk to.
Absolutely. I mean, he's so you have a lot of elements that are day off. It will be there. Super fun prospect in this org. One that I think
Shallow center head
of his career by a pretty decent margin, actually.
Mookie Betts is ready for 2020.
Far higher than if you're using a big shape, say like
playable. Ian Happ. Go from J-Mo. For 30 this spring.
Go back to earlier in his career. He was using this, allows him to get ball on ground a little bit easier. You could kind of tell he's like, I know that pitch should work, but it was risky.
2-1. Swinsky. Throw to. Throw is cut off. It's a sack.
More important than raw arm strength for outfield. Gonna gun guys down from center field. Good series off the top.
Homestand. Clock violation. Payoff.
What they were talking about, but you would imagine try all of these positions and Ryan Flair
fighting for a 26-man roster. Second Cactus
power as we've seen over the last couple of years.
The Sun makes the catch.
Like there were scouts I talked to and other
diving play made by Betts up in short. Ciani for Jamison Tyone and into right field.
Feel like both sides of the ball defensively. I mean,
runners off, throw down to second, and it's off.
Scorching hot.
Ground ball through the right side.
They play with is just amazing to watch. Seem like they're starting to be sky high this year.
Venezuela.
Gonna bring that up right before you did.
That's in.
See it just when he throws, like really over the top, big. So you have about 8 or so inches.
And Kelly and I saw Kim score. Payoff. Nico stays in front of it, throws the
Western one though.
Impressed. Fordo.
Change.
Swing and a miss. How's that?
You see really good pitchers, but I just think hour from 24 to 25.
Sheehan delivers, and he gets on base despite striking. Takes it for a strike, throw down to second.
And he said,
We were just talking to Elise Menaker
about either, but you do make a great point.
Right field, and it's caught for 3 appearances.
further over towards first base, feet away from the center of the rubber, the big breaking ball. Like, that's a great look.
Nico goes had a nice play. Dansby's had a nice 1-0 by Milner. And now 2 quick
Right there in terms of how he uses these guys, because complementary lefties here.
And Hobie Milner get to download. Throw it to first, 1 away. Take it upstairs. First 15 homers. The same.
How much I want homers from him. Like the trajectory, you're talking about a guy that I think could push to success. You could really see Horner having a
number 11.
It's has more natural bat speed, so pitchers try to years.
Little high, little tight.
The righty, you just don't see a lot of changeups.
It's 2 or 3 years. It's Lance, we will have guests. We will have.
Absolutely. You know, we've had this podcast. We're not just purely recapping things.
We talked to a lot of people who have been in those, had access to you guys.
What we have coming out on the 23rd is going to be to, like, in my head, apply some of the things that I've heard. Totals, X Factor players, pitcher of the year.
You get to hear more from us.
5 or 6 years, I think.
Ian Happ, Dansby, Swanson, Convert Classic. Maybe you've heard of it. That's
so deep in the playoffs. Is that like the
joy for that one, too?
Yeah.
And he is. And he's got compensated. Like Conforto takes it up.
Sports director at TMJ4. See something that they will remember for the rest.
Ooh. Most
there,
definitely did.
Yep.
Inning, we walked to,
Didn't I?
But you didn't. Just being able to talk with them, one of the best.
If you have the means to contribute.
Pedro
For the Cubs.
Up the middle, but it's right.
Just excited to be a part of it. Interesting feeling. It's something that I haven't had for a long time against a lot of them, and I just show that I can help this team win the core. I've always been at my best.
And did you find
that I had with said, hey, let's take a step back. Him and his game, and then he
today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Another expected big member.
Well, a little bit trait, innate feel for that pitch, and oh yeah, I do, Mr. No-No.
Right. Probably difficult because you go to team
as possible, especially if some of the use. I don't think anybody coming into that year thought he would throw in the rotation, and it was just
really surprised me on that.
Is the team that he's starting for this year, and this is gone, then an all-star last year, now this.
Let's take.
It's a game just like the rest. Understand how much it means to Chicago fans, and
what a glimpse of Justin Steele.
Because their baseline win totals.
Third and scores. Cubs get elected in the 2014 draft. Ace level stuff. Rooting for his teammates are rooting for, and if just
October. And you can dream on a guy healthy and the rotation's healthy. You don't need to rush. Despite being very good level pitcher.
Bobble through.
The score's not going to get above 2 or 3 base running every day on the schedule, but
it pays off now.
I just think base running is the most, the togetherness, the selfless. Hold ourselves to that. We know we did a lot of things good.
You have some signatures on there?
Carter's still remaining.
Taking a pitcher's maybe
double.
Aren't going to be exactly that in the regular season. When you're down below 95 miles per slug off your fastball.
And I have a lot of close.
Yeah.
Antonio. 1-2. A meaningful baseball game. And I think it was 2000. And for the Dominican Republic like this at age 20.
Played exactly what you want to see him swinging on. He had a war offensive standpoint from what Oakland on that for the 2026 season. Swing out of the zone. Pitchers weren't going to give him
to Tudayers.
Wait. You're getting all the dirt off the bottom.
But it bounces first, so that'll be.
Are in the shoes, or they drop them off at the tape.
To make sure.
Because they're going into the clubhouse after they've a day. So it's grounds crews, one of the groundskeepers. We love it. We don't complain because it's sunshine.
3-2 to Jonathan Long. Pitch. Good at bat. You get
Reese Hoskins in his career. That
I like
great
that.
out.
Martin, new pitcher for the Cubs.
Where they get to the side of the ball really well. Job. Seems like a pretty easy.
Yell in AAA for the Mariners and to be a big part of the Cubs bullpen.
Yeah, platoon neutral. So that downer shape, that again has to go to other things.
No.
He strikes. Like, you can see it now. It's not exactly what you want. You know, like what that failed. So they have great command, but on average,
Palencia last year.
that's exactly it. Yeah, slug standpoint, it's got to be below 350. Like, maybe he has a little bit.
Hit him consistently.
I'll never from at Sloan Park, and he throws him in a very particular way. Fascinating to see.
RBI single.
As high of success rates as cap.
Percent pitchers, catchers 59. Add to their lead. It's a 12-3 game. Game is at home against 10.
Fourth weekend of the season, and then don't see him again.
Runs. Keith.
Really, we've done that, and
Unless you just wear sleeves all the time.
Out at the second. And that's good enough. Into my couch for about a week.
Yeah.
If I were to guess.
Challenge me, like,
Yeah.
obvious. I don't think I would ever run a marathon.
Yeah.
Like, you have all this certain, like, there's fun earlier, and when you saw him at the finish line, it was unbelievable.
That's awesome.
It was great. It was really fun.
I've seen, which is this new kind of.
So,
Well, Elise does a marathon.
Yes.
You tell her that you. And we both. It's booted at short. See. This is.
You're even allowed to have dog.
That's a home run Devin Ortiz will remember for.
It's always take a bit of time to develop offensively. They move him off the position to get him up to the show.
Doubled his last week.
Here, this good of hitters 1 through 9.
Before first pitch.
Which is a little early off atmosphere for him.
Starting pitcher for the DR. 2 pitch. A 1. So perfect timing.
Love it.
And the 0-2. 2 from Caba. And we're still alive. 44 games. Double.
Aren't going to be exactly that in the regular season, but for the most part, when you're down below 95 miles per hour, you need velocity. Slug off your fastball as you jump, say, from 90 to 91 to 90.
And I have a lot of close.
Yeah, I did too. Do I get multiple pins if I bring like? Still trying.
Antonio. And you think that it's hot in Arizona? 1-2. Ripped to a meaningful baseball game.
It's got to be up there.
And I think it was 2023 with and for the Cubs players specifically, Dominican Republic like this at age 23.
Played exactly what you want to see him swinging on. He had a bunch of balls below the zone through WAR, offensive standpoint, from an OBP standpoint. He's already got the juice honing in on that for the 2026 season. Swing out of the zone. Pitchers weren't going to give him stuff in the zone because they knew he would chase. That's
to Tudayers. Wave and a miss, strike 3.
You're getting all the dirt off the bottom. Rainy days, those are always the worst.
But it bounces first, so that'll be a ground rule double. Don't get too excited.
Are in the shoes, or they drop them off at the table that you saw, and there's also
to make sure to go. Can you confirm or deny that?
as they're going into the clubhouse after they've gotten out of the game, or a day. So it's just constant with these guys behind the grounds crews. One of the groundskeepers, he was very nice, and we love it. We don't complain because it's sunshine and nice weather.
Hey, Elise, 3-2 to Jonathan Long.
ooh.
Pitch. Good at bat from Johnny Long.
Yeah, again.
You get Reese Hoskins from him. I like that.
Yeah, Reese Hoskins in his career. That'd be a great outcome. Potential outcome for him to.
That is a called third strike. Martin, new pitcher for the Cubs, as he spikes the first pitch.
Where they get to the side of the ball really well. And as a result of that job, seems like a pretty easy guy to add a sinker to from an organization.
Yell in AAA for the Mariners in Tacoma had an ERA, big part of the Cubs bullpen.
Yeah, I love this pitch he's throwing in here. This is like platoon neutral. Chases with a fastball right there. So that downer shape, that again is right there, that you can throw and has to go to other things.
Goes up with the fastball. No. All right, so my question to you is, with this intrigue,
strikes, like you can see it now. He's a little bit up. He's up with the fastball. He's pulling things down. He's just not exactly what you want. You don't even want command. Like I don't even want command with a guy like that. You know, like what the failed starter T-shirt from Obvious Shirts. You know, where they have great command, but on average, like this is why you see teams like the Rays.
Palencia last year.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, like Palencia slug standpoint, it's got to be below 350. You know, you go down to the 95 area of like. Maybe he has a little bit of command, and then you have that stuff, and it's like that's
hit him consistently.
I'll never forget. Great pitch there. Missed a little arm, you know, at Sloan Park, and he throws 101, 102, 100, and I was him in a very particular way. So I actually heard to see.
Grab. RBI single, and it's now 11-3 loss.
High of success rates as catchers, so I'm interested to see like.
Pitchers, catchers 59%. Grounded pass. Add to their lead. It's a 12-3 game.
Yeah, a lot of ball in play.
Game is at home against Texas, and they got a home run. That misses away for Tucker. Then he went on a
4th weekend of the season, and then don't see him again until post All-Star break.
Runs. Keith to third. It's a 2-run triple.
Really, we've done that, you know, and it's been good. It's been good.
Unless you just wear sleeves all the time, I guess.
Out at the second, and that's good enough for the third. Out the top of the ninth, and to my couch for about a week.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I were to guess on anybody.
Challenge me, like obviously I'm going to do it.
That's what I said.
Then I don't think I would ever run a marathon.
Yeah, cardio for me is just like something I have to.
Like you have all this certain like there's like gels that you like fun earlier, and when you saw him at the finish line, it was unbelievable.
And you were cheering him on.
So like it's amazing.
That's awesome.
It was great. It was really fun.
I've seen, which is this new kind of CrossFit adjacent thing. So,
so you know.
Ooh, high and tight. All Lise does a marathon.
Yes.
You tell her that you can't do. Here's 99. And we both said it. We're very excited for Matthew. It's booted at short, and everybody's safe. So Cubs have the bases. Takes a fastball high and tight. So he paints a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Misses high there, so he walks in a run.
You're even allowed to have dogs in slump? You're just allowed to bring a dog in? Oh, baby, he got all that
one. We're not. That's a home run Devin Ortiz will remember for a bit.
That's a good one. Must feel amazing. Quick, always take a bit of time to develop offensively. This is always the thing, like they move him off the position to get him up to the show quicker.
Strikes out. Doubled his last at bat, goes fishing at a breaking ball. This week.
It's a fun vibe back there, too. You usually have, like.
That's a called third strike.
Here, this good of hitters 1 through 9.
In a game that actually meant anything before first pitch. Yeah, the question is, with Skeens, gets a little more dicey.
You know, which is a little earlier than the average front playoff atmosphere for him.
Johnny Long fouls that away. Starting pitcher for the DR. 2 pitch. Long fouls it away again.
But 75-80 is still pretty good.
Bethencourt fouls that back at the 0-1. Tapper foul buds, so perfect timing.
Love it.
And the 0-2. Bethencourt stays alive. 2 from Caba. Just misses. And we're still alive.
Hanging in there. Need another 6.
Kingery takes a strike. Early on in his career, he was in all 44 games.